Steve McQueen, famously dubbed the King of Cool, rose to fame as an iconic star of the 1960s. His gritty charisma and good looks made him a symbol of the era's rebellious spirit, attracting legions of fans. By the late 60s, McQueen was among the highest-grossing stars in Hollywood, and in 1974, he reached the pinnacle of fame as the world's top-paid actor. While he had a reputation for clashing with directors and producers, his widespread appeal with audiences kept him in demand for nearly 30 years. Some of McQueen's most unforgettable roles were in movies like The Magnificent Seven, The Cincinnati Kid, The Great Escape, and The Towering Inferno. His performance in 1966's The Sand Pebbles even earned him an Academy Award nomination. Around this time, actress Ali MacGraw, best known for her portrayal of Jenny in the 1970 film Love Story, was married to celebrated producer Robert Evans. But when she met McQueen on the set of The Getaway in 1971, sparks flew. Their affair quickly evolved into a romance that led her to leave Evans, marrying McQueen in 1973. Yet, as passionate as their relationship began, it wasn't long before cracks began to show, and by 1977, they had separated. Just a year after their split, McQueen was diagnosed with pleural mesothelioma, a rare cancer often linked to asbestos. On November 7, 1980, he passed away following surgery to remove cancerous tumors, leaving this world at just 50 years old. Since his passing, MacGraw has opened up about their fiery and often painful relationship, sharing details about how difficult her time with McQueen truly was. Prepare to be astonished by her revelations on the darker aspects of their marriage and split, and the profound impact McQueen's death had on her. How McQueen changed MacGraw's life and career. MacGraw's story began in Bedford Village, New York, where she was raised by artist parents. She grew up with strained self-confidence amidst a tumultuous family life, marked by her father's severe alcoholism and her parents' constant fights. In search of an escape, MacGraw turned to modeling and soon found herself working under Diana Vreeland, which opened the door to her first film role in A Lovely Way to Die. She then landed a breakthrough role in the 1969 romantic comedy Goodbye Columbus, which brought her further into the spotlight. While still modeling in college, MacGraw met director Robert Evans. He cast her in Love Story, where her role as Jenny quickly propelled her to fame. Their professional relationship turned personal, and after she visited Evans's Beverly Hills home to discuss her character, the two quickly became inseparable, eventually marrying. With Evans by her side, MacGraw's career flourished, and she quickly became one of Hollywood's most in-demand actresses. But in 1971, Steve McQueen showed up at her door with a proposal for her to star alongside him in The Getaway. From the moment she saw him, she was completely captivated. The two began an affair that led her to leave Evans and move in with McQueen. For a brief time, their relationship was like something out of a fairy tale, marked by intense romance and mutual passion. Before we continue, if you're enjoying the video, please take a moment to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Hey, Golden Throwback fans, ready to take a trip down memory lane? Perfect Fifth has you covered with graphic tees that celebrate the music you love. Check out this cassette-era design, a tribute to those mixtape days. Or vibe with melting vinyl sunset, bringing back the golden age of records. And for the Patriots, Stars, Stripes, and Strings combines music and Americana in a style all your own. Get it for yourself or as the perfect gift for the music lover in your life. And right now, get 30% off your order with code THROWBACK30 at checkout. Click the link in the description to shop now. Perfect Fifth, wear the rhythm, relive the moments. Ali describes their bond as electric. In 2018, MacGraw sat down with People and reflected on her relationship with McQueen, describing their connection as electric. She shared that when Steve entered a room, he held everyone's attention, from children to adults. No one could resist his magnetic presence, herself included. While she adored him, she also acknowledged that there was always an element of danger about him, saying he had a bad boy edge that was both thrilling and unsettling. A year earlier, in 2017, she spoke with the UK's Times about their marriage, which started on a high note but soon spiraled into turbulence. They lived in a secluded Malibu beach house, where they spent their days relaxing on the sand, hosting barbecues, and indulging in beer and cannabis. Although their neighbors included actors like Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau, McGraw and McQueen preferred the company of more low-key folks. She later remarked how grateful she was that they lived in a time before smartphones, which would have further invaded their privacy. Although the paparazzi were still around, they knew where to expect them. McQueen's inner struggles begin to show. Back in those days, celebrities enjoyed a level of privacy that's nearly unimaginable today. Early in their relationship, McQueen's complexity intrigued McGraw, who admired his sense of individuality and moral convictions. However, it wasn't long before she became aware of the deep-seated issues he carried. McQueen's father had abandoned him as an infant, and his mother sent him off to a boarding school for troubled boys when he was 14, experiences that left him distrustful of women. McGraw had to endure his jealousy and control issues firsthand. Although he insisted on a prenuptial agreement, she was so in love that she overlooked any warning signs. McQueen insisted she leave her career behind. One of the most difficult concessions McGraw made was agreeing to stop acting per McQueen's demand. Instead of standing her ground, she complied and stayed home to raise her son, Josh, from her marriage to Evans. It wasn't long before she began to feel trapped. McQueen's jealousy often flared if she so much as glanced at another man, even as he freely flirted with other women. The strain on their relationship grew, and in 1977, they separated and divorced shortly after. When McQueen lost his battle with cancer in 1980, McGraw was overcome with grief. Despite the hardships, she had deeply loved him and struggled to accept his passing. As their relationship deteriorated, she had feared he might someday leave her, but his early death came as a shock. Left with a string of failed marriages and a career that had faded, McGraw fell into a difficult period marked by depression and alcohol dependency. She eventually sought treatment at the Betty Ford Clinic, where she confronted her alcoholism and began her recovery journey. Following extensive therapy, McGraw left the Hollywood scene in 1994, opting instead for a quiet life in Santa Fe, New Mexico. There, she wrote her autobiography, Moving Pictures, which went on to become a bestseller. For years, she was haunted by the past, frequently wondering how her life might have unfolded differently. But today, she has found a new focus on living in the present. She now enjoys painting, gardening, and the occasional date. McGraw is also an advocate for animal welfare and is committed to her daily meditation and yoga practice. Though she largely stepped away from acting, McGraw briefly reunited with her love story co-star Ryan O'Neal in 2016 for a stage production of Love Letters. Their close friendship has endured over the years, and they still enjoy spending time together. Now it's time to hear from you. Were you aware that Ali McGraw left Robert Evans to be with Steve McQueen, only to face a rocky marriage that ended in heartbreak? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.